Hello and welcome to another edition of GV Bounce. I'm Damen Francis, alongside me is Hannah Driscoll. How are you, Hannah?
Yeah, not too bad for a Friday. Looking forward to another split round of footy in the Golden Valley Football League. We're looking at the first game, Shepparton and Tachiro. What do you make of this one, Damen?
It's going to be a tough one for Shepparton, fair to say. They haven't won a game yet this season, and I don't know if it's going to come this weekend. Great news for them, though. They've got Tim Little back in, playing coach. It's a real shame he's missed two of their big, really possibly winnable games in the last few weeks, but he's back in and playing against his former club, so that's really good. That's a good bonus for them. And what do you make of Tat?
Yeah, interesting round for Tat. They've one of several teams that have lost a couple of players to Vic 1 duties. Congratulations to all those players who will be involved in that first off, but it is a bit of a hit for some of these clubs playing this weekend. Obviously the ones from last weekend get a bit of an advantage there. But they've got Paul Kirby, Brendan Hollow and Tom Miller out this weekend with Vic 1 duties, but they do get a couple of guys back from injury, so that might sort of help balance it out a little bit. But yeah, Tat will be chasing a big win, looking to put a side away. Maybe this is the week they'll do it.
Yeah, it'd be good to see them really sort of flex their muscle, I suppose. Kyron's stolen a little bit of their thunder in recent weeks, I think. So Tad would be pretty keen just to make sure the competition remembers who is the big dog, so to speak. Next game we're going to look at is Benalla and Marupna.
Yeah, Benalla and Marupna. Again, another couple of players here missing with Vic 1 duties. And also Benalla missing a couple with injuries. Do you reckon this will play a big part in this game?
It's going to be a big factor. I would have tipped Benalla going into this game, but they've really been hurt by the Vic Country round this week. Luke Morgan, playing coach, will play, even though he was in the mix to play for Vic Country 1. He's come out pretty strong with some comments in tomorrow's paper, so keep an eye out for those. He's really disappointed, but he's made the decision to play for Benalla, and they're going to need him because they've lost Lockie Smith, who also lost Sam Martin as well, and Jake Paul Pratt, also the under-19. So there's some big losses, but they do get Will Sullivan in, which is handy because he's a VFL ruckman. He was a rookie list player at West Coast for I think 2 years, and he's only played once for them against Shepparton. So he comes in to combat Big Mark Blake, of course the former Geelong Premiership player. So that's going to be a really good duel. I think he'll play forward and in the ruck a bit. Jack Ellis has been good in the ruck for them as well. I think he'll start there, but I reckon Will Sullivan will play a bit in the ruck for sure.
Yeah, Marupna also missing. They lose Dan Lewis to Vic 1, as we mentioned before. Iggy Villaggio is also looking like he'll miss the game with a heel, and a couple of their flying players, it's also not confirmed at this stage whether all three of those will be available.
Yeah, we're hearing Cole Load might not play. I don't think he was named in the team, so he's probably going to miss as well. So they've got some significant outs as well, but just not quite to the same extent that Benalla is. You mentioned Dan Lewis, who is a hugely significant player, obviously, but Blake Campbell, pretty confident that they still have the tools to structure up pretty similar going forward. So they'll be keen. They've got Rob Osborne down there, obviously, who's been kicking a lot of goals. But Benalla, Nick Warnock, hamstring injury, probably going to miss a couple of weeks. He's a big out too. So yeah, Benalla's really lost a few, and I'm tipping Marupna, but I don't like tipping against Benalla, but I think I'm going to have to.
Yeah, I was the only one who went for Benalla this week, so if the Saints get up, that'll be a tip for me, so good luck to the boys. But our last game we've got this round is Rochi Seymour. Now, this is probably the biggest one in terms of ladder positions. Rochi, if they win, it's probably going to help cement their place sort of in the top part of the ladder. If they lose, they're right back in the mix. Probably if they're going to be going up against Seymour at any time, it would be this round. They've got quite a significant injury list, so it'll be pretty difficult to beat the Tigers. Tigers welcoming back Sam Brennan. That'll help with their ruck issues, but they've also got Ryan Smith back in this week and Ash Watson coming back in as well, so a couple of big ins.
Yeah, tough week for the Lions. Their injury list is horrific at the moment. Not just a lot of players, but a lot of key players. I think Paul Colbert's going to shrug off a bit of a knee problem he got against Kyron a couple of weeks ago, but a lot of their other guys aren't going to get up. Matt O'Keefe hasn't played since the interleague round. We're hearing he's going to miss again. Brent Colbert, I understand he's got hamstring issues himself. Jason Cole with a shoulder. Yep. Just really significant players, and it's going to be really tough for them. But Rochi need to win, but so does Seymour to keep pace with the top six. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, but certainly think Rochi will get it done this weekend.
Yep, absolutely. Well, that wraps it up for Golden Valley football. Good luck to all the teams playing this weekend, and we'll catch you around the grounds.
A quick shout out to the Murray Bushrangers boys. They did really well for Vic Country this week, and like Hannah said, get around to your local footy and enjoy the weekend.